4,360 pounds, one owner, originally purchased right here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan by a long-time and recurring Haylett RV client. This is a X23B 2018 model, virtually new, loaded with like well over $1,000 of accessories. This is going to be an ideal camper for someone who is getting out of a family pop-up, or maybe getting your first RV, or perhaps you just have a limited tow capacity. You can see here, there's two sets of X-chocks, a blue tote tank, Lynx levelers, a full recurve R3 weight distribution and leveling system, or anti-sway system, as well as wheel covers and a full RV cover. The client that owned this here from Haylett RV, they were always absolutely fantastic about taking care of everything. So you're wondering, why are they getting rid of a nearly new camper for which they bought a whole bunch of accessories? And the short answer is, they started working more, and they were just unable to camp as much as they want. So they said, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna really grind down, we're gonna knuckle down, work a couple years, get that savings account built right up, then we're gonna get back to camping. And in the meantime, they just weren't using the RV. And in point of fact, they literally haven't used it this year. They used it like twice last year. It's still winterized 7-8 months into the year of 2019. Now, I always try to be fair with everything and share the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And the only, I guess you'd say, derogatory thing I can say about this camper is that it just hasn't been used in 8 months. It just needs a quick dusting. But I mean, it really doesn't even need that. The previous owners, even though they weren't using the RV, they maintained it and cleaned it regularly. And that, I think, is a really strong thing. Now, this is a cool floor plan for a number of reasons. When that sofa slide closes, you can still fully access everything. You don't need a slide in this camper. You're just going to appreciate having one. Also, the type of slide system that this uses does not require any carpet on the floor, and you can see they really took maximum advantage of that here. It is carpetless, it is a ventless floor. This is great for kids, for pets, for cleaning up spills. If you're camping near a beach where there's sand, it's just easy. Sweep it up, Swiffer out, rawhide kind of thing. Now, I've always kind of liked, I call this the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup interior because it looks like peanut butter chocolate kind of mixed together, and who... Yeah, I'll say this. If you don't like peanut butter and chocolate together, then maybe you and me shouldn't be friends. Anyway, you've got 60 by 80 queen beds, front and rear. And that's what's really cool about hybrid campers compared to a lot of bunks. Bunkhouses are great for families with little kids. Hybrids can sleep multiple adults. Or let's say one of you has sleep apnea, snores, or you go to bed at different times. You can have different, like even a husband-wife couple, you could have one up front, one in the back. Maybe you just need your own separate sleeping space. Now right here, you've got windows on either side of the dinette for great cross breeze, but remember that this extra large U-dinette can also fold down into a big sleeping space. And that is a fully free floating table. If you want to, you can pivot that around for, getting in and out of the dinette easily. You could use it for like a picnic table. And again, I always try to be fair. There's the little corner here, got jihad a little bit. That's literally the worst thing I can say about this entire camper. It's got pleated nightshades all the way around for privacy, and again, you'll find that every window opens for airflow. Also notice how that TV pivots to us, so it's a no neck wrecker kind of entertainment center. And frankly, guys, if you wanted to, you could watch TV from the toilet in this one. If that's on your bucket list, maybe this is a camper that could check that off. Flipping us around here, once again, you can see that TV does pivot around. Also, all of our controls are mounted up high where little fingers, whether it's your own kids, grandkids, or just, you know, that one annoying neighbor who always has too much to drink when they come over to your campsite. Make sure they're not messing with your awning or your slides, you know? Anyway. Now, this is all pocket screwed cabinetry, hardwood cabinet door frames. This is built the exact same way that something like a Jayco North Point Luxury fifth wheel is built. It's just built smaller. And there are not a lot of hybrid campers out there that can match the amount of storage that you see back here in this closet wardrobe combo area. Now, those shelves are removable. There are hanging rods in the upper end of that. So if you want hanging storage, you want maximum shelf space, the fact is you can do whatever you want with it. And storage space like that and counter space like this, these are things that hybrid campers are not commonly known for. And ladies and gentlemen, to give you an idea of how little this was actually used, the original roll-away dish drying rack for the sink is still in the plastic. This RV hasn't even been fully used. It's only been dabbled with a couple times. So everything opens up, every little nook and cranny they could. You see a couple bars of Irish Spring soap. That's critter prevention to keep the you know, mice and things out of there. They don't like the smell of Irish Spring soap, and it leaves your camper smelling like Irish Spring instead of mothballs. But most of the time, this is what you're going to look at. And even though it's, you know, it's simple, it's plain, it's flat panel cabinetry, it's got a good, clean, modern look to it. I like the full, that is a real tile backsplash in that kitchen, by the way. And you can see that green packet behind the oven. That's all the original owner's manuals that came with this RV. I've always kind of been of the impression that people who keep track of their owner's manuals tend to be people who really keep track of their RVs. Now, a classic kind of thing here, there's still storage overhead within this slide out. But look at this big breeze window that we have. Also, the sofa over here, this can fold down into a little sleeper, kind of like the dinette can fold down into a sleeper. So if you have to, you can really rack them and stack them in here. And even if that sofa is folded down, it doesn't prevent you from being able to walk through the trailer. Easy to miss little detail, why I like putting these videos together. Jayco's are very good for this. They use a metallic fridge insert. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but that does make it magnet friendly. So it's those little things that, you know, like now when you go to a new campground, you can throw the magnets up here, the little flyers that say, hey, check out the new sights and scenes of the local place. Like it's an easy reminder, you know, you don't have stuff strewn all over your countertop because you don't want to waste counter space, that's for sure. A full skylight and power vent fan, and is better than or, with surround paneling to keep you from having to towel down the walls when you're done, which isn't a big deal. It's just one less thing you have to do. And once again, tons of stuff is included with this camper. You can see some of the drop-in tablets and whatnot there from the previous owner. Again, they're just done camping for a little bit. And that's not a little counter. That's actually just a really big sink. So it's good for more than just little kid hands. Mom and dad, grandpa and grandma, uncles and aunts. You can get your hands in there too. And my favorite feature in any RV is, of course, the drunken octopus towel hanger. Doesn't it just look like an octopus that's all drunked up and wants to fist fight with you? Back outside, just like the interior, it looks virtually new because, again, it's a late model camper. It's actually late model enough it might qualify for same as new financing, which is good news for a lot of people out there. Once again, remember, it does include well over $1,000 worth of accessories. Up front on the tongue, there's a simple side mount solar prep plug. You see, we do have a power tongue jack on this, which does the heavy lifting for you. Very, very useful for those weight distribution systems, because to use those properly, you're supposed to crank the nose of that thing up and down a couple times, and it just saves you from working your elbow to death a little bit. Now, a couple neat things here is the bed ends on these Jaycos. They are rated for a very impressive 1,050 pounds. The whole door is actually reverse cambered, which, like, you know when you see a flatbed semi-trailer going down the road and it's humped up in the middle a little bit? That's so that it can hold a load. So the idea is that when you lay on this, it will take that hump and flatten out, and it won't buckle. You know, it's purposely built that way. And with these interior sort of like drawbridge style cables, you never have to worry about any sort of annoying posts or poles or anything like that. It's going to be a lot easier than, like, if you've had a pop-up in the past, you know how much time and effort it takes to set those up. You won't have to deal with any of that here. Now, a couple little detail things. It's more of a simple series of lightweight, but a very smart, reliable series. Like you can see the enclosed hinges on that baggage door right there to keep the water from getting into it. If we walk right down the sidewall, you can see a lot of shimmer and gleam remaining here. Again, the whole RV looks about brand new, and if you gave this thing a hose bath, that is at worst the worst it needs. Now, these Goodyear Endurance radials, this is a best-in-class feature that Jayco RVs use. They are rated for 87 miles per hour at only 80 PSI, and what that means in English is that you don't have to go to like some industrial tire shop to put air pressure in these. You can stop at any gas station, and you can see that between the late model nature of it and the wheel covers and whole RV cover and everything, this looks virtually new out here. You got brand new sneakers on this kid. Something that's a little less obvious though are the all LED lights on this. So it's not just LED brake lights, but you know, tails, markers, inside, outside, everything. LED tail lights especially are a safety item. One, you have to just mess with them less. LEDs last a lot longer. Two, they're brighter. And three, they flash faster, so it's safer if you have to hit the brakes and there's somebody behind you on the highway. Now, we're a little close here, so I can't quite pop the awning open, but this is a power awning, so everything is push button simple. You have outside speakers. This has an outside grill hookup right here. There's outside TV hookups. So it has plenty of living space for a rainy day, but frankly, it's great if you want to do some outdoor entertainment, tailgating, etc. I mean, just all kinds of things. Now, this is a, I think, really important thing that's very easy to miss. If you look down between these tires, you see that yellow thing. What is that? This is a leaf spring suspension, but it has an equal flex chuck on it, so that is helping absorb a lot of those shocks, bumps, and jolts. And what that will specifically do is when you hit the brakes and the trailer and the vehicle want to do that front to back herky-jerkiness, it'll take so much of that out of there. Now you can also see we've got an easy double entry step, so that coming and going is you know, a lot easier right here. Also, below that sofa, you can see how we have a well, not sofa, I'm sorry, this is the dinette. We've got an outside storage compartment. The one hiccup with hybrids is they don't usually get great outside storage, but by having that wall-to-wall front U-dinette, this actually does maintain a basically full pass-through like a lot of other RVs have. And then little things like having our grab handles right down here where they're easy to reach. Like, I'm tall, I can reach up here, but my wife couldn't, not without a step stool. And it's just the little easy details like that that go into these that I really appreciate on them. You know, this is virtually identical to what they look like today. You're getting a pretty new RV at a used RV price tag with a ton of accessories included with it. I can't think of a better setup for a first-time camper or somebody getting rid of a pop-up. This is just this stuff doesn't happen every day. So if you like what you see, give us a call. We only do everything at Haylett RV, hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer, package deals, RV accessories, and everything in between. And you can see that every single one of those is all wrapped up into this RV for one easy used RV price tag. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.